Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about my 5-star predictions. I have a lot of exciting books on my TBR. My TBR is very big, but it definitely has some priorities. But unfortunately, almost all of them are big fantasy. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get to all these books, but hopefully I can do like a revision if I was correct or not. I'm very excited about all of these books, so let's just get into the video. The first book on here I've been dying to read for months now, but it's huge. It is Dark Dawn by J. Kristoff. I absolutely loved Nevernight and God's Grave. I'm very excited for this last book. This is huge, but I just can't wait to get to this. I know this has like kind of mixed opinions, but I'm still very excited. I still have high hopes for this. So I'm really eager to get to this in the near future. Next up, I have a trilogy, and honestly I was just too lazy to get this out of this box. But I think all of these 3 books are going to be 5 stars. I'm talking about the Mistborn trilogy. This has like almost exclusively 5-star reviews. I'm so excited for this. I actually started the Final Empire in April, I think, but I couldn't get to it because I think I started a readathon. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to getting more into like actual high fantasy. I have read a couple, but definitely not as much, especially adult high fantasy. So I'm very excited for these as well. I'm probably going to repeat myself a lot in this video, so I apologize in advance. Next up, we have a newer book on this list, and that is A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. This is the Illumicrate edition, and of course this is a dark academia book set at a boarding school. I think it has ghosts and whatnot. I'm so excited for this, and this is not too long either, so nothing is really stopping me except my reading slump. Next up, I have a book that has been on my TBR for a couple of times, and that is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I'm so convinced that this is going to be a 5-star book. Like, everyone loves this book, everyone. I follow R.F. Kuang on Twitter, and she's so cool, so I'm really excited to actually get to this. And I also got the Illumicrate special edition, so I should be getting to these very soon. Then I have another high fantasy, and that is The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. This is a Middle Eastern inspired fantasy about like a secret world and has jinns. I'm not too sure, but so many people love the series. Some don't really love it, but I think the majority is obsessed with this trilogy, and I'm very excited to get to this at some point. Now, I'm not too sure about this one, but the concept sounds super promising, and I'm very excited to get to Middle Game by Shauna Maguire. And this is about twins, and one of them is very gifted at like rational thinking, maths, and then the other one is really gifted in languages. It sounds very interesting, and I think it's like also a little bit of horror, but I could be wrong. But I'm so excited to get to this once again. I'm sorry for repeating myself, but yeah, I'm just going to stop rambling now and move on to the next one. For once, I don't have a fantasy on this list, and I think this is going to be a 5-star read. The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. This is about 2 sisters who are, I think, African American, and both of them are very light skinned, so they are white passing, and they continue on with their lives and basically have very different lives. One marries a black man and has black children. The other one marries a white man and he doesn't even know that his wife is actually black. So I'm very excited to read about this, and I think this is going to be a 5-star book. The next one I really hope is going to be a 5-star book. The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. Because there's just no way I'm going to get through this book if this is just a 3-star, 4-star book. But I've heard amazing reviews, so yeah, I'm very excited once again. Now this next one I already know is going to be a 5-star book. I'm 100% sure. Shade of Gold by Cassandra Clare. Infernal Devices are one of my favorite series of all time. And this is basically a spin-off, and this features the children of the protagonists from that series. I'm so excited for this. I think almost everyone loves this story, so I have very high hopes for this one. But before I can get to this one, I still need to read like Lady Midnight and that series, and Those of the Shadow Market, and Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. So it's probably going to take a while until I can get to this book, unfortunately. And then the next one I'm also super excited for. Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. I've heard so many good things about this book. This is an adult fantasy, urban fantasy book. I'm just so excited to see like what this is about, because I was not the biggest fan of the Throne of Glass series and also not of Court of Thorns and Roses, but I feel like a lot of people really loved this book, so I'm very excited to see if I agree with them. And then I have very high hopes for this one as well. It is a German book, and this author wrote one of my all-time favorite series, and she recently came out with an actual fantasy novel. I'm so very excited for this. All of her books in that series that I love so much have been 5-star reads, and I just love that series, and I really hope that this is going to live up to that. I'm a little bit scared, but I really want this to be a 5-star read as well. Next up, I have a book that I have actually already started, and that is A Winter's Promise by Christelle Dabo. And this was on my TBR for August, I believe, and I got up to page, I think, yeah, 80, and I tabbed it a lot, as you can see. But once again, my TBR game hindered me from continuing on with this, but this was just so good so far. I'm so excited. I can't wait to continue on reading this. I just have to find a way to manipulate my TBR game so that I can read the books that I actually want to read. I know. This just has the feeling of nostalgia. I have no idea why, but the way this is written is just such a classic. I don't know. It's just so good. Like, just, well, the first 80 pages were very good and very intriguing. So I have very high expectations for this book and this series. Now with this next one, I'm not so sure if it's actually going to be like 5 stars, but I really enjoyed the first book in the series, so I hope that the second one is going to be as good as the first one. This is Layer of Dreams. I still have the German edition. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I wanted to get like the English editions, but it's a whole mess with the covers and all, so I'm just confused. But yeah, I listened to the audiobook for The Diviners in February, I want to say, and it was just so atmospheric, so scary as well, I think, and so entertaining. So I really hope that this is going to live up to The Diviners, but yeah, we'll see. I also have to see if I'm going to listen to the audiobook once again, because I feel like that's going to add to the atmosphere, but yeah, we'll see. But honestly, I don't think I'm going to pick this up in the near future, but I still have high hopes for it. Next up, I have The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. I've heard so many good reviews of this, especially in like mid-year book freakout tags. So many people have mentioned this as one of their favorite books of the year so far. I'm actually not too sure like what this is about exactly, but when I heard people talking about this, it sounded very promising, if that makes sense. And then lastly, I picked The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. Once again, this has so many good reviews. This trilogy, each book of the trilogy got the Hugo Award. I don't know too much about this either, but I think I prefer not knowing too much going into this. Just the reviews made me put this on this list. So I know this is a dumb reason, but I just have a feeling that this is going to be like, if not a 5-star, like a 4.5 maybe. So yeah, but we'll see. So these are my 15 5-star predictions. I'm very excited for all of these books, and I hope that I can get to at least like 5 to 10 in the next couple of months, but we'll see how I'll manage my TBR game. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.